Yo, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a TikTok video about Man United. And everyone, I see you guys, I see your messages. Yeah, you don't talk about Man United anymore since the. Hey, when your teams were doing bad, none of you were dropping videos. Allow us also to be like that. But look, man, shout out to all the guys who have been doing content, even though we've been poor. Shout out Tabo X, like the conversations me and the boy were having about both our teams. He's a Chelsea supporter, Man United supporter. So look, man, I just after a conversation I was having and reading on Twitter, content I was watching on YouTube, reactions and stuff. I was like, let me just give you one for the year. It's probably the last one until next season because it's not gonna get better anytime soon. And like the conversation I was having with a lot of Man United fans, I always said, like, I understand why Ruben wanted to come at the end of the season, but also at the same time, I'm glad he came now. But the problem now I have is him coming now actually make him look like he's not a good manager, because him coming now has put him in a position where he's having to learn so much about the players and learning that they're actually not good enough. But also at the same time, the reason I preferred him coming now is that preseason is a scam. Preseason is a scam because preseason, everyone's excited, refreshed, they go to these games, they perform, and then the season starts and then we see the same old Man United. So for me, the one reason I'm glad he came now is that he sees the players exactly for who they are until the end of the season. Yes, it puts him in a tight position because it, it makes him come across as if he doesn't know what he's doing. But the one thing I'll say, like, for any football fan, if banter aside, things aside, and this is why I also say I hate Man United fans, because when Man United fans were saying sack Ten Hag, they were talking about style of play. Ruben comes in, he gives you the style of play, but then he's also showing you the style of play. These guys can't do it. And then it makes you understand why Ten Hag dished his style of play, because he saw that if I continue with my style of play, I'm going to be in a relegation battle, which is what we're in right now. So we have a manager who says, I'm going to stick to my principles no matter what, and we're going to get it right. And him doing that puts him in a tight position because he's got players who don't suit the system, players who don't understand the system, or players who, for some reason, have anxiety of playing football in that system. Because if you check, man, the way we play, the system is there. The ball movement is there. What's not there is the confidence to play that system. Because you can see that they can play the system when you're playing your big six teams. I mean, you look at the way we played against Liverpool, the way we played against Arsenal. I agree, we have to rise to the occasion. But rising to the occasion means playing the system, understanding the system, and being disciplined in the system. So they've showed us they can do all three. So now it's a thing of, if you can do all three, why is it when you play the teams lower than you, that goes out the window? Because obviously now, when we're playing teams lower than us, we should still be able to do what we did against Liverpool and Arsenal, and we should be able to do it better, more efficient, because those teams give us more playing space and they give us more time on the ball. But because teams have realized that actually these guys are anxious on the ball, and like Ruben said, we always take the extra touch for no reason. Whereas sometimes play that 1-2 immediately and open the space, which is what teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, And yes, Chelsea are going through a bad run, but these are teams that have mastered that in some instances, you don't need the extra touch. Play that ball as quick as possible, you know? And then so for me, what's gone wrong at Man United is that we've brought in a manager who is adamant in sticking to his principle, who knows his principle works. And I was looking at his first season at Sporting, right? He went through a similar patch, except that they went 13th, obviously. So it then makes you think like, damn, how bad are these guys? Like, how bad are these players? Because how is it you guys can't pass the ball? You guys are anxious on the ball. You guys don't know what to do when you're in the final third. Because as much as coaching can be done, football intelligence needs to come to play. Like I always say, like, as much as you put players like your Neymars, your Ronaldos, your Messis into a system, right? And yes, it's wrong to put those three because those are three elite players. Okay, let me not put them. Let me say players like is a who else? Who else can I say? That kid who went to Bayern Munich, forgot his name. Who used to play for Palace, forgot his name. But you see, like those guys, right? You can put them into a system, right? Like you would see in when they were playing at Crystal Palace, and you could see the football intelligence to make something happen or know when to switch up the game in the final third. Because sometimes you can't teach that. Sometimes it's an instinct thing, you know. It's a thing of like, when you're there, it should spark like, okay, we're in the final third. He's open. Let me go for the 1-2. You see, like your Cole Palmers, how they're able to maneuver the ball when they're in the final third and create that space for themselves. Man United players can't do that. I think the only player who can do that in the final third is Amad Diallo. And that's bad because we can't depend on one player. You get what I mean? So for me, it's a thing of like, he's honest. And I know a lot of people are saying his comment was bad. But no, his comment was honest. How you translate it is up to you. This is the worst Man United side ever. The table tells you that. The home defeats tell you that. The results are telling you that. The way we play are telling you that. I don't know why you guys want sugarcoating. This is the worst Man United team ever. Period. Point blank. Whether you're a player FC, your players are rubbish. And they're proving that. That's why for me, I feel the reason he wanted to come end of the season was so that he had more time in the training field. But for me, it's like, that's what's going to sell you a false dream. Trust me. We've seen it with Ole, Jose, Ten Hag. Preseason means nothing. These guys will perform for you. Premier League is where it counts. And that's why I'm glad you came now. But I'm also sad because then it's making him look like he's not a great manager because of how rubbish these guys are. But at the end of the day, look, he was honest with us. He told us there's going to be a storm. We just didn't know how bad the storm is. And, you know, for a manager to come in and on the third day to say we're going to suffer, there's going to be a storm, it tells you that what he's seeing in training is very shocking. And he doesn't have that confidence that whatever he's teaching them will be carried through in games. And we saw that with Ten Hag. Ten Hag, on his second game where Brentford hammered us, he abandoned his philosophy. He was like, these guys can't do what I'm asking him to do. Let me play to their strengths. And gladly for him, playing to their strength, won him 2 trophies. And yes, trophies make you great, but also how we play football is so important. Like, people say Fergie used to play attacking football. Fergie used to play attacking football and win trophies as well. He had a system and he had a way of using his players. And I feel that's what Ruben is trying to do. Have a system, have a way to win games, have players who want to win games. But guys, Onana needs to go. There's no way you make mistakes like that every game.